Hey everyone, it's Friday. It's the end of the week. Or is it? Depends what you got going on, what kind of business you have, but it's Friday. And another great week today, or this week. Today was the second day of the Business Growth Challenge. So we're having a 3 day event. I'm doing this with Chef Christian Fisher and Chef Joe Fisher, Joe Rodriguez. We're doing the 3 day event to talk about, mindset, marketing, how to scale your business, and I'm working with some really motivated entrepreneurs around, how to take their business and also just what's going on in their life to the next level. So I'm super excited about it. Today was day number 2, like I said, and today was about marketing. So it was all about me. Pretty cool stuff. So we had a great conversation, really interactive today, and got to really dig into other people's businesses and how they brand themselves, what brand means, a whole bunch of stuff. But one thing that was asked of me was, hey, I've got a business and I'm trying to make some sales here. Should I speak to a lot of different people and try to get as many sales as possible from all these people, or should I niche down even further? And through the session, one thing I kept bringing up was this concept of story, right? Stories sell, they evoke emotions, and you can speak to pain points. Additionally, you are authentic in your stories. If you're telling stories about yourself or your business, you're basically telling people about your why, and you're making connections. And the most important thing with those connections is that you're not for everybody, because if you're for everybody, you're for nobody. And, along those lines, you also want to repel people. You want to make sure that you're clear about the markets and the people that you serve, right? And if you go wide versus going deep, you basically water down your messaging and what you're all about. So that was my advice, is really to niche down. Now, granted, if you're just starting out, you need to run some tests. And this is what we dug into. Find the ideal client, the ones where they really do have a pain point and the sales process is frictionless, or as the least amount of friction compared to maybe some of your other prospects. Also, go after clients or customers or guests, depending on your language for your industry, but go after the prospects that have money, because there are lots of opportunities out there of people that don't have money. And selling to a business is probably a lot better. It might be a longer sale, but the pockets and the budgets are there as compared to selling to individuals. Now, there's one caveat there. If you're selling to an individual, you could sell to a group. So in this case, it was actually a group of, you know, um, mobile home or, RV enthusiasts, for instance. They would be a great target for this. So if you're thinking about crafting your message, definitely be authentic, but make sure that you are specific about who you serve and you don't serve. Talk about your non-negotiables. Make sure that you can have referenceable clients. So this is another thing I brought up. There's a great book called Crossing the Chasm by Jeffrey Moore, and he talks about the technology adoption life cycle curve. And there's a gap, there's a chasm between the early adopters and then people that really take on your product or service, and then the people that make it mainstream, and then the laggards along that curve. And the gap is, you want to get over that gap. And the way to do that is by having referenceable clients. If you spread yourself too thin across different industries or across people that don't talk to each other, different states, geographies, whatever it is, you run the risk of just, again, watering it down or not having people that will reference to others that, hey, this is a great product or service, you should get on the bandwagon, right? So if you think about this, you get product recommendations or service recommendations from your friends, families, coworkers, and if none of these people that you're selling to talk to each other, those references aren't happening. You want testimonials. You want people that are going to be able to speak for you because you really wowed them with your product or service. And then if you can put them on your website or an email, those references are going to speak volumes for you in a way that you can't do yourself. And someone coming to your website or reading your email is going to look at that and say, hey, that person sounds just like me. This product must be just for me. And that's what you want. So in closing, be specific, go after a specific target, a specific niche. Make sure that whoever you're talking to in your messaging and who you're telling your story to can be a reference, is referenceable, and can share your product or service with others. That's what I got. And once you're on that path of success, that's when you can experiment and explore other niches, related industries, and keep expanding your business. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you later on.